So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate.
We are hanging out with the one and only Jason Mraz from the snowy slopes of Beaver Creek, Colorado, so stay tuned. Snowing there, snowing here. Back to December from Taylor Swift at number 10. After the break, we are hanging out with Jason Mraz. He will be here. I'm serious. It is your top 20 video countdown coming to you from VH1's Winter Wonderland poolside at the Ritz-Carlton Bachelor Gulch. Hanging out with Jason Mraz.
What's up?
Just wrote a new song.
We did. My zipper undone. It is.
Zipper undone.
My zipper undone.
That's a good one. You should put it on your new album.
I certainly will.
And we will talk about that in a bit. But
Okay.
first, let's talk about the mountain.
The mountain.
Will you go on the mountain during this trip?
There'll be some alpine going on. There'll be some
Yeah?
slalom. There'll be
Snowboard.
Yeah,
Because I
a
know
little
you
bit.
surf.
A little bit. But you know what? It's been about 8 years since I've been on the snowboard, and last time I looked kind of like the feather. What do they call that when you're going down the mountain, like a
Oh, yeah, that's, I think
like
that's the
leafing
beginning. Yes.
or something?
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully this time I'm doing a little more carving and shredding.
'Cause to me,
with my
you're-
zipper undone.
Jason Mraz, to me, is more of a beach guy
Yeah.
than a winter guy.
Exactly. Yeah, I wore loafers and not boots to today's event.
But you're all, yeah, as you can see, but you're going to get boots.
I'm gonna get some boots.
All right. Now, we do this event every year to raise money for the VH1 Save the Music Foundation.
Awesome.
You have been a huge supporter over the years.
Yes.
And can you tell everyone how important it is for the kiddies to be playing music?
Major importance, because those kids are going to grow up to be doctors, lawyers, firemen, pilots. I recently had a pilot come over the intercom and recite a poem, and it was very musical. And there's something about music in our lives that just helps us bring everything together. Music is the soundtrack to our ongoing transformation in life. Every day we wake up and we're a different person. And if you take that away from us, if you take that away, especially from our kids, they're going to grow up and become very bored and very bizarre creatures. And you don't want that. You don't want your kids to live at home for the rest of your life. You want them to have music which will give them wings and will give them the ability to come to mountaintops like this one and have a great time.
And it's not necessarily about becoming a rock star, but it just makes you smarter.
Exactly.
And there have been studies that have proved this.
Exactly. In fact, there are schools now that are teaching a lot of their math programs using raps and melodies because kids have a great time absorbing information through melody. You know, like when you hear a jingle on the radio, it's because they want you to remember something, you know? So music is... I'm surprised all classes aren't taught with music in them.
And
You know,
that is
so-
why we have this man represent Save the Music.
Save it.
Well-spoken,
I'm here-
and you play music.
Feel like I should have a superhero cape on.
Well, metaphorically, you do.
Thank you.
Back to the countdown. At number 9 this week, we have For the First Time from the Script, who actually played Winter Wonderland last year. F.U. from CeeLo Green at number 8. More with Jason Mraz when we come back, so sit tight.
Now that's positive energy.
I thank the boys who kicked my ass when I was 17. I thank the ones who chose to laugh and those who acted mean. I thank the bullies.
We have returned on the Top 20 Video Countdown from VH1's Winter Wonderland, hanging poolside at the Ritz-Carlton Bachelor Gulch with Mr. A to the Z. Let's talk about new album.
Okay.
It's not done yet.
You sound like my manager.
And I talked to your manager too.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, when's the album
How's
coming
that new
out?
album
When is
going?
the album coming out?
You know what, I'll tell you something. I ran into a guy you may know, John Mayer.
Yes.
And I said, John, do you produce just casual? And he goes, I think I know what you're asking. What's missing? I said, you know, I don't actually know. And he said, don't put it out. He said, nobody knows if Sgt. Pepper's came out 6 months early or 6 months late. They just know it was a great album. The guy is super intuitive. So I took that with me. I said, you know what? I'm going to wait until this thing's a great album. I made an album last year. I felt like it was about 85%.
How many songs?
50? Not on the album, but you know,
No.
you have to write 50
Right.
to 100 songs
Okay.
to get a great
But
album.
when you were whittling down, coming close to an album, how many songs?
I always start with 12. I want at
Okay.
least 12 on a record. You know, I feel like that's a good side A, side B, 6 on a side type of thing.
and then you put those to the side. You
But
said
people
these are
aren't
not
flipping
good enough.
CDs over anymore, and you
No,
can't
no.
you can't really tell if
You
the
don't need-
MP3's on
I know,
A or B.
I know.
So what was the question?
Kicking also. So you put 12
Yeah.
songs aside. You're like, not good enough. Need to do better.
Need to do a little more.
Travel to Brazil.
Yes.
Heard you may be working with Dido. Willie Nelson possibly. Christina Perri possibly.
You know, the list goes on and on. You know, I always try to put myself in situations where I can learn something from the artists that have inspired me over the years. You know, so.
Are you working with any of the names I listed?
Yes, I am working with some of the names you have listed.
All right. Do you want to stay mysterious?
Yes, I would love
That
to
is
stay
good.
mysterious.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is good though.
Yeah,
'cause it gives.
and you also don't know who's going to make the final cut in that top 12.
You don't want to hurt feelings.
No.
But 2011.
2011
we
is the year.
probably will
Definitely.
get a new album
Absolutely.
from Jason Mraz.
It's coming.
And quickly, because we have another video
Okay.
to get to. You're getting married
I am.
to your fiancée.
To my
lovely
fiancée,
Tristan.
Tristan
But you will
Freeman.
not get married until gay marriage is legal.
Until marriage is equal for all. Exactly. Right now, when we're taping this, we have 7 out of 50 states that are all for it, and so 43 more to go.
So you're going whole country.
We're going for it.
Back to the countdown. Number 7 this week, Jar of Hearts from VH1 You Oughta Know artist Christina Perri. Still hanging out with Jason Mraz, poolside at the Ritz-Carlton Bachelor Gulch in Beaver Creek, Colorado. Can you clear up a little controversy
Sure.
that has developed on the VH1 Top 20 Video Countdown?
Sure.
Last year, Train came out with the song Hey Soul Sister. A lot of people are saying, hey, it sounds like a Jason Mraz song. This year, James Blunt releases Stay the Night, and a lot of people are like, hey, that sounds like Hey Soul Sister from Train.
Sure.
Where do you stand on this?
When I released I'm Yours, people say, hey, that sounds like Brother Is, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, you know, and I think it just goes on and on and on. You know, musicians inspire musicians, you know. I feel like movies inspire movies, and so on and so forth. My last album was called We Sing, We Dance, We Steal Things. And I think we're always, you know, taking an idea and taking it to the next level, you know.
Okay.
And when an idea comes up, like say it's I'm Yours or Hey Soul Sister, a certain kind of song is created, a certain sound is made, and other people want to get on board with that, you know. So I'm touched. I am.
Do you feel pride when you hear a song
Absolutely.
like, I might have had an influence on that?
Absolutely, you know, and you know, I don't know that it's directly me, but I think it's all of culture putting its spin on it, and you know, it's in the ether for anyone to grab and play with. And
Now, could Jason Mraz be a genre unto itself?
I would hope so, because I don't like to describe what kind of music I make. I mean, you can find it in the pop rock category
Right.
of your record store, so I usually just start there, but it's jaunty. My percussionist calls it happy noise, you know. I hope that someday it's just in the Mraz category,
Okay.
you know. It's very Mraz.
And we're hoping for this album, possibly called Love, or I go to
Sure.
the website, there's shapes on the website.
Their shapes, yeah.
Rectangle, circle, triangle, square.
Yes,
Hopefully it comes out in 2011.
absolutely.
Have fun at Winter Wonderland.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
At number 6 this week, we have The Cave from VH1 You Oughta Know artist Mumford & Sons.
For all the names they called me along the way, 'cause they shaped my life, they made me love who I am today. And they shaped my life, they made me love who I am today. And you shaped my life, you make me love who I am today.